Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel The World Coin. On this channel, we explore rare and valuable coins from around the world. Old dollar coins, error coins, and hidden treasures that can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you love coin collecting, or want to know the real value of coins you already own, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss an update. Let's get started with today's rare coin. I have 4 videos of 1 dime. So let's get started. The 1971 1 dime coin of the United States of America with the S Mint mark, produced at the historic San Francisco Mint, occupies a fascinating and often misunderstood place in American numismatic history because it was struck during a major transitional era in U.S. coinage when precious metals were being phased out of circulation and replaced with modern clad compositions, making this dime a powerful symbol of economic change, technological advancement, and shifting monetary policy. By 1971, the Roosevelt dime, first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II and for his role in founding the March of Dimes, had already become one of the most recognizable coins in American daily life. Yet the S Mint mark gives this particular issue special status because San Francisco in this period was primarily producing proof and special collector strikes rather than regular circulation coins, which immediately separates 1971 S dimes from their Philadelphia and Denver counterparts. The obverse of the coin features John R. Sinek's dignified left-facing portrait of Roosevelt, and in a very fine condition. Important design elements remain clearly visible, including distinct hair detail above the ear, a well-defined eye and nose, readable cheek contours, and sharp inscriptions such as, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the date 1971, all of which confirm moderate circulation wear without heavy damage, while the small S Mint mark beneath the date serves as a crucial identifier that dramatically influences collector interest and value. The reverse displays the familiar torch of liberty flanked by olive and oak branches symbolizing peace and strength, and in very fine examples the torch lines, flame shape, and lettering, 1 dime, and United States of America, remain bold and legible, giving the coin strong eye appeal even decades after minting. Historically, the year 1971 was significant in American economic history, marked by the end of the Bretton Woods system and President Nixon's decision to remove the U.S. dollar from the gold standard, and coins like the 1971 S dime circulated, or were preserved, during a time when Americans were adjusting to inflation, rising prices, and a new understanding of money's value, which adds deeper historical meaning to this issue beyond its face value. What truly elevates the 1971 S dime into the realm of hundreds to thousands of dollars is the presence of unique features and rare varieties, especially proof strikes, deep cameo or ultra cameo surfaces, double dies, die Polish lines, struck through errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, and other minting anomalies that occurred during production at San Francisco. And when such coins are professionally graded and authenticated, particularly those with mirror-like fields and frosted devices, collector demand increases dramatically. Even circulation condition examples in very fine can become surprisingly valuable if they display unusual characteristics, exceptional strike quality, original surfaces, or scarce error combinations, and auction records have shown that premium 1971 S dimes with rare attributes can sell for several $100s, while top-tier proof errors and high-grade certified examples have reached 4-figure prices, proving that small modern-era coins can carry substantial financial weight. From a numismatic storytelling perspective, the 1971 S dime represents the meeting point of traditional coin artistry and modern mint technology, standing as a reminder that San Francisco's role had shifted from mass production to precision craftsmanship for collectors. And today this coin continues to grow in popularity among Roosevelt dime specialists, error collectors, and investors who recognize that rarity is not defined by age alone but by condition, mint origin, and uniqueness. Ultimately, the 1971 1 dime coin with the S Mint mark in very fine condition demonstrates how a seemingly ordinary 10-cent piece can evolve into a historically rich and potentially high-value collectible, with the right combination of preservation, mint characteristics, and rare features pushing its market value from a simple dime into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars, securing its place as an important and respected coin in the broader history of United States coinage. Next video. The 1972 one-dime coin of the United States of America with the S Mint mark, struck at the legendary San Francisco Mint, is a fascinating piece of modern American numismatic history that reflects a time of economic transition, changing minting technology, and the growing divide between everyday circulation coins and specially produced collector issues, because by 1972 the Roosevelt dime had already been in production for more than 25 years and had become a symbol of stability, remembrance, and civic pride, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose leadership during the Great Depression and World War II and whose association with the March of Dimes made his image especially meaningful on the 10-cent coin. The S Mint mark is the most important identifier of this issue, as San Francisco during this era primarily struck proof coins and special collector pieces, meaning that many 1972 S dimes were never intended for heavy circulation, and those that did enter circulation or survive today in very fine condition tell a unique story of handling, preservation, and selective survival. On the obverse, John R. Sinek's finely sculpted left-facing portrait of Roosevelt remains clear and dignified in very fine condition, with visible hair detail above the ear, a well-defined eye and nose, balanced wear across the cheek and jaw, and fully readable inscriptions such as, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the date 1972, all of which confirm moderate circulation wear without serious damage or loss of design integrity, while the small but critical S Mint mark below the date instantly elevates collector interest because it links the coin to San Francisco's reputation for higher quality strikes and proof production. The reverse of the coin features the iconic Torch of Liberty flanked by an olive branch representing peace and an oak branch symbolizing strength, and in very fine examples the vertical torch lines, flame shape, and inscriptions, "One Dime," and "United States of America," remain sharp and legible, giving the coin strong visual appeal despite decades of age. Historically, the year 1972 sits in an important moment for the United States, marked by inflation concerns, post-gold standard economic realities, and changing public trust in institutions, and coins from this era circulated through a society adjusting to higher prices and evolving monetary policy, which adds historical depth to even small denomination coins like the dime. What transforms the 1972 S dime from a modest collector piece into a coin capable of commanding hundreds or even thousands of dollars is the presence of unique features and rare varieties, especially proof strikes with deep cameo or ultra cameo contrast, double die obverse or reverse errors, repunched or filled mint marks, struck through debris errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, and die polish or die crack varieties, all of which are highly sought after by advanced collectors when confirmed by professional grading services. Even circulation condition examples in very fine can become surprisingly valuable if they show unusual mint characteristics, exceptional strike sharpness, original unclean surfaces, or rare error combinations, and auction records over the years have demonstrated that premium 1972 S dimes, particularly proof errors and high-grade certified coins, have sold for several $100s, with standout examples reaching four-figure prices, proving that rarity is not defined by face value but by scarcity, condition, and uniqueness. From a broader numismatic perspective, the 1972 S dime represents the shift of the San Francisco Mint from mass production to precision craftsmanship for collectors, making it an essential coin for Roosevelt dime specialists, proof collectors, and era coin enthusiasts, and today its popularity continues to grow as more collectors realize that modern era coins can still offer significant historical meaning and financial potential. Ultimately, the 1972 one-dime coin with the S Mint mark in very fine condition stands as a powerful example of how a seemingly ordinary 10-cent coin can evolve into a respected and valuable collectible, with the right combination of history, preservation, and rare features pushing its market value from simple pocket change into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars, securing its place in the enduring story of United States coinage. Next video. The 1975 one-dime coin of the United States of America with the D Mint mark, struck at the historic Denver Mint, represents an important chapter in modern American coinage because it was produced during a decade of economic uncertainty, inflation, and major cultural change, making this small 10-cent coin a silent witness to a transformative period in U.S. history, as by 1975 the Roosevelt dime, introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II and his pivotal role in founding the March of Dimes, had already become one of the most widely circulated and recognized coins in the nation, Yet the Denver minted issues from the mid-1970s possess unique characteristics that continue to attract collectors today. The obverse of the 1975 D-dime features John R. Sinek's left-facing portrait of Roosevelt, and in a very fine condition the coin displays balanced and even wear, with clear hair detail above the ear, a visible eye and nose, smooth but intact cheek contours, and fully readable inscriptions such as, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the date 1975, all of which confirm moderate circulation without severe damage, bending, or corrosion, while the small d mint mark below the date identifies the coin as a Denver issue and adds a layer of numismatic importance because Denver minted dimes from this era are studied closely for strike quality, die varieties, and error potential. The reverse of the coin shows the familiar torch of liberty symbolizing freedom, flanked by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength, and in very fine examples the torch flame remains distinct, the vertical torch lines are still visible, and the inscriptions, "1 dime," and "United States of America," are bold and complete, giving the coin solid eye appeal despite decades of circulation. Historically, the year 1975 came just after the end of the Vietnam War and during a time when Americans were facing rising prices, changing monetary policy, and declining purchasing power, and coins like this dime passed through millions of hands in daily transactions, from grocery stores to public transportation, making well-preserved survivors increasingly scarce today. What elevates certain 1975 D-dimes from ordinary circulation coins into the realm of hundreds or even thousands of dollars is the presence of unique features and rare mint errors, including doubled die obverse or reverse lettering, off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, struck-through debris errors, broad strikes, die cracks, die chips, and unusual strike characteristics that occurred during high-speed production at the Denver Mint. And when such coins are found in very fine or better condition and authenticated by professional grading services, collector demand rises sharply. While most standard 1975 D-dimes are common, error examples and exceptional pieces have been documented selling for several $100s, and rare, dramatic errors or top-quality certified specimens have reached four-figure prices, proving that value in coin collecting is driven not just by age or denomination but by rarity, condition, and uniqueness. From a numismatic perspective, the 1975 D-dime represents the maturity of clad coinage technology in the United States, showing how the mint balanced massive production demands with consistent design quality, and today this coin is actively sought by Roosevelt dime specialists, error collectors, and investors who understand that even modern coins can offer strong historical significance and financial potential. Ultimately, the 1975 1-dime coin with the D-mint mark in very fine condition demonstrates how a seemingly ordinary piece of pocket change can evolve into a respected collectible, and in special cases a high-value numismatic treasure, with the right combination of history, preservation, and rare features pushing its market value from 10 cents into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars, securing its place in the continuing story of United States coinage. Next video. The 1978 1-dime coin of the United States of America with the D-mint mark, struck at the well-known Denver Mint, is a powerful representative of late 20th century American coinage, reflecting a time when the nation was navigating economic adjustment, inflation awareness, and the maturity of clad coin technology, making this small 10-cent piece far more historically meaningful than its modest face value suggests, because by 1978 the Roosevelt dime, first issued in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt for his leadership during the Great Depression, World War II, and his association with the March of Dimes, had become a deeply familiar object in American daily life. Yet each mint and year still carries its own story, and the Denver minted issues from this period are especially studied for their production characteristics, strike quality, and error potential. The obverse of the 1978 D-dime features John R. Sinek's classic left-facing portrait of Roosevelt, and in a very fine condition the coin shows honest, even circulation wear with important design details still visible, including recognizable hair strands above the ear, a defined eye and nose, smooth but complete cheek contours, and clear inscriptions such as, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the date 1978, all of which confirm moderate use without heavy damage, while the small but significant D-mint mark below the date identifies the coin as a Denver issue and adds numismatic relevance because Denver dimes from the late 1970s were struck in massive quantities under high-speed conditions that occasionally produced notable varieties and errors. The reverse of the coin displays the iconic torch of liberty symbolizing freedom, flanked by an olive branch representing peace and an oak branch representing strength, and in very fine examples the torch flame remains distinct, vertical torch lines are still visible, and the inscriptions, "1 dime," and "United States of America," are bold and readable, giving the coin solid visual appeal even decades after it first entered circulation. Historically, 1978 was a year of transition in the United States, marked by rising consumer prices, changing monetary habits, and the increasing dominance of modern banking. Yet coins like this dime continued to move through countless everyday transactions, from grocery stores to public transportation, making well-preserved survivors less common than raw mintage numbers might imply. What transforms certain 1978 dimes from ordinary circulation coins into pieces worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars is the presence of unique features and rare mint errors, including double die obverse or reverse lettering, off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, broad strikes, struck-through debris errors, die cracks, die chips, and unusual strike anomalies that occurred during intense production runs at the Denver Mint. And when these features are combined with very fine or better condition and authenticated by professional grading services, collector interest rises dramatically. While standard 1978 dimes are common and typically worth face value, documented auction results show that error examples and exceptional certified pieces have sold for several $100s, and dramatic, rare errors or top-tier specimens have crossed into the four-figure range, proving that value in numismatics is driven not by denomination alone but by rarity, condition, and uniqueness. From a broader collector's perspective, the 1978 dime represents the refinement of U.S.-clad coinage in the everyday monetary history of late 20th century America, making it an important target for Roosevelt dime specialists, error coin collectors, and long-term investors who understand that modern coins can still offer strong historical significance and surprising financial potential. Ultimately, the 1978 1 dime coin with the D Mint mark in very fine condition stands as a reminder that even a small, seemingly ordinary piece of pocket change can evolve into a respected collectible and, in special cases, a high-value numismatic treasure, with the right combination of history, preservation, and rare features pushing its market value from 10 cents into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars, securing its place in the continuing story of United States coinage. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. A new coin story awaits you every next day.